Good afternoon. It's great to see so many faces. Thank you very much for joining us for the Car of the Year 2019. My name is Belle Donati. I'm an anchor, a news anchor on Euronews, which some of you may, with good eyesight, have noticed is one of the sponsors for this year's Car of the Year. It's great to have so many people here for this 8th edition of the Car of the Year in Geneva. We have a very exciting afternoon ahead. I'm going to guide you through it. Before we get to all of that, though, I know that there's one person you're going to want to hear from, and that is the person who makes all of this in Geneva possible. It is the Managing Director of the Geneva International Motor Show. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. André Hefti. Now, André.
Hello. Hello, Belle.
Hello. It's been 8 years that Car of the Year has been in Geneva. I just wonder whether you remember all those years ago when Car of the Year first came here, which car won?
Let me think. I think it was the Opel Ampera.
Could we get a check on that, please, Vincent? It's correct. Yes, it was the Opel Ampera. Good. Right, you passed that test. I'm not going to ask you what the winner is this year because we will come to that. Now, it's been a difficult time for Europe. It's a difficult time for the car industry. As a result, we have Brexit going on in the UK that's causing all sorts of tides, ripple effects. How does the Geneva Motor Show navigate those difficult waters?
Okay, we have some exhibitors. They are not here. It's a pity they are not here. But I have also to say we have 34 new exhibitors, and we discovered the very nice cars that we didn't see till now. And we have also our hypercars. We are known for all the hypercars. They're all here. Aston Martin, Ferrari, Pagani, they're all here. And so I think we have a good show. We have very nice cars. I think we will have a fantastic show this year.
So plenty of new brands to look out for. Now, André, I know you want to say a few words, so I'm going to let you take to the podium.
Welcome to the 89 Geneva International Motor Show and the 8th consecutive Car of the Year Award ceremony here in Geneva. This year, this ceremony is something very special for me. First, I am looking forward to discovering the final lap of the 7 finalists and winner. All 7 models we present here are magnificent cars. Second, I am also well aware that the Coty Award is the most prestigious car award and the one with the longest heritage. It has been awarded since the 60s, and the members of the jury are the best car experts of Europe. They are here with us in the audience, 60 highly professional journalists from 23 countries. Well, yes, from 23 countries. Welcome to Geneva. But last but not least, for me the ceremony is a bittersweet. This year it will be the last Coty I can be with you on stage. You might know that at the end of July, I will retire from my functions to the motor show. And I will hand over the responsibility for the games to Oliver Rees. It has been a great pleasure to host this ceremony for the last 8 years. And I will thrilled by the large selection of winning cars. Each Coty was something special for me. But I especially remember how we celebrate the first edition of the Coty back in 2012, here at Palexpo. We were so happy that we had been able to convince the committee members to sign an agreement to work hand in hand with the Geneva International Motor Show. Back then, when the first Coty took place, we stood outside on the stairs, and the winning car was driving down the ramp. A lot has changed since then. We have become more professional, the spectators more numerous, which is also why we moved to this state-of-the-art stage of a few years ago. And those knowing the very beginning, I am sure that you will agree with me, we have involved with the times to give you the best experience and to give the Coty the best stage possible. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for celebrating the Car of the Year award here in Geneva. Thanks you very much for everything.
A very big round of applause for the outgoing managing director of the Geneva International Motor Show. Now, we see the cars are behind us. One of these cars is going to win this prize shortly. Now, as we get closer to that moment of truth, there's someone we need, obviously, to bring on to help us do that. That is the president of the Car of the Year, Frank Janssen. Please give a good, warm welcome to Frank Janssen.
Hello, Belle.
Hi there, Frank.
Hello, Andre.
Hello, Frank.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Now,
Yes.
Frank, there are many competitions out there for different cars, different car competitions. What is it that makes this competition, the Car of the Year, different from the others?
The main thing is that we are totally independent, and that's why we are also here in Geneva, because Geneva is not dominated by a national car industry.
It's also known, the car industry, and I look around the faces here, it's known for being, well, perhaps we could say as an understatement, heavily male-dominated. What does the Car of the Year, within its 60 or so jury members, what does that do to try and address the issue of women in the car industry?
Oh, we have improved already a lot. We had, when I joined the jury, we had 2 women in the jury as well, and today we have 4 already. And we will have 5. It's already announced that we will have a 5th one, and I'm pretty sure that we will have a 6th one for the next competition, Car of the Year 2020.
Now, to my ears, out of 60, that doesn't sound like a huge amount, but the progress is going forward.
The progress is there, definitely.
Exactly. You are on the road to progress, and I guess at this stage right now, 50-50 is almost impossible in terms of how many people there
There
are.
are not so many women in the industry, and I hope it would be more.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we look forward to that. Now, Frank, I know you've got a few words to say. So
Yes,
we'll let
thank you
take it
very
away.
much, Belle. Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be here, and it's great to see all of you. Welcome. The Geneva International Motor Show is my favorite car show in the world, and you know why? It's because, as I said, because of the famous Swiss neutrality, for instance. The Geneva Motor Show is not dominated by a national car industry, and therefore it matches perfectly with the independence Car of the Year stands for. Then, the Geneva is the major European car show that takes place every year. So as our award is announced annually, it's a perfect match. And above all, the Geneva International Motor Show is always scheduled in springtime. It's the season when car sales lift off. Car of the Year at the Geneva International Motor Show, beginning of March, Monday afternoon, 3 o'clock, is a dream come true for me. Well, I bet my dreams are not the center of your interest, but it's the 7 cars parked right behind me. We will come back to them in a second, and soon we will also present the winner, the Car of the Year 2019. But before, I would like to say thank again to Mr. Andre Hefti and his whole team for offering the possibility and for the cooperation of the last 8 years with the Geneva International Motor Show. It was a great cooperation with you. Thank you, Andre. It's the 8th time now since 2012 that Geneva starts with the announcement of the Car of the Year. It's the first news from the Geneva International Motor Show that is going around the world. Car of the Year, therefore, are the perfect match, the most prestigious award in the automotive industry at the most important auto show. Car of the Year is also the most traditional car award. Founded in 1964, the year where I was born, so it's very, very old. Car of the Year is different. We are, for instance, totally transparent with our votings. You will soon be able to see all the points from the jury members on the screen here, and afterwards we publish them on our homepage, that is caroftheyear.org. You will find judgments from every jury member on the reasons why they voted or not voted for a car. But we are different also in other respects. Our official sponsors are not in any way related to the automotive industry. Instead, Car of the Year is organized by 7 leading magazines in Europe, and you can see them here on the screen. It's Auto from Italy, Autocar from the UK, Autopista from Spain, Autovisi from the Netherlands, L'Automobile Magazine from France, Stern from Germany, and VB Lägare from Sweden. And the winning manufacturer does not have to pay any kind of fee. It comes for free. The race towards Car of the Year 2019 started last year with a long list of 38 candidates. We had 1 week of testing in northern Denmark in early October, the famous Tannis test. We drove ERC tests with each car, for instance. Then the jury chose 7 cars in the first round voting in November. And let's go back in time for a minute to see what our partners from Finland did just 6 weeks ago.
We are back in January and we are in the Ivalo area in Finnish Lapland, which is even north of the polar circle. The people here, they know about snow and they know about winter testing. I would like to introduce you to my colleague Veli-Matti Honkanen from Teknikan Malmö, who are the winter testing experts.
Yeah, we are doing here the traditional Teknikan Malmö winter test, which we have been doing since 1980 already. We tend to bring all the new car models up here to Lapland and test them in the most severe winter conditions.
And of course, we have Car of the Year tests here, and we have 5 out of the 7 finalists that we have tested here under these conditions.
So you see, we really go deep into these cars. Only to reach the shortlist is a great achievement, and the finalists are the 7 best cars of the year. Let me present the cars fighting for the title this year. The nominees are it's the Alpine A110, the Citroën C5 Aircross, the Ford Focus, the Jaguar I-Pace, the Kia Ceed, the Mercedes-Benz A-class, and the Peugeot 508. Ladies and gentlemen, the 7 Car of the Year finalists. I know we have... Thank you. I know we have top executives from the manufacturers with us here in this room, and I know they are so proud of their babies behind me. A warm welcome to you. In a few minutes, one of you will step up on stage at this year's winner. However, there will be no winner without a jury. The Car of the Year jury consists of the best motoring reporters in Europe. This year, we are 60 jury members from 23 countries, and I think all of them are here today. A warm welcome also to you, and please raise your hands to see that everybody can see who you are and where you are. Please raise your hands. Thank you. Welcome. The jury members are also recognizable by their name tags. And after this event, you can have interviews of the jury members in almost any European language that you can imagine. Let us have a short glimpse on the work of the jury.
We're here on the track in Montfontaine near Paris. We have 7 finalists, 49 test cars altogether. For the jury, that means driving all day.
The Alpine A110 is on the shortlist for Car of the Year 2019 because it is a true character. It is lightweight, it's precise, and it's very efficient in the sense of that it uses little resources to create a close relationship between car and driver in the driving. I wish that more cars of today would be that focused and clear.
The electric Jaguar I-Pace is one of the final candidates for Car of the Year. In Norway, where I come from, the car is already a big success. And the reason why? Everybody can see the design of the car is very brave. The car has four-wheel drive, which is perfect for winter conditions. The battery has quite long range. And it's also a practical car with a lot of interior space. When you drive the car, you can feel it's a bit heavy, but I can forgive that because there are so many good things about this car.
The Focus is a good candidate for the Car of the Year because it's a very good all-round car. The biggest strong point, in my opinion, is that it's also a very good driver's car. I think the best driver's car in its segment. But you keep your wife happy also because it has a lot of interior room and also a lot of safety features.
The Citroën C5 Aircross is not the first SUV in the world, but it's one of the first where there are so much focus on the comfort. It's really comfortable, and that's something I like. I know some people, they think it's too soft, but a car which really has that passion where some people like it and some people, they really dislike it. That's a car for enthusiasts, and I think that's why this car is on the shortlist.
Welcome to the jury in Montfontaine Proving Ground. I'm sure it's the best place to make many tests for the Car of the Year.
So Car of the Year award is really important, voted on by the top journalists in Europe, real assurance for the customers and great for sales.
Well, it's really important for Kia to be in the short list of Car of the Year because at the end is the maximum recognition that you can have from the experts of the industry before we bring a car into the market.
This award is paramount, very important. Why? Because you drive the cars, you are experts. I need your feedback.
This is the Kia Ceed. It is a real candidate for Car of the Year. But you see one car, but Kia Ceed are four different cars because there is the 5-door, there is the station wagon, there is the Pro Ceed, this one in particular, and there is the Ceed that is a sort of a sport utility. Four different body style, taller or longer, for different customers. That's why Kia Ceed is so important for Car of the Year.
So here we are in the new Mercedes A-class, one of the 7 finalists for Car of the Year. And what Mercedes has done really well this time is to bring the feeling from the bigger models down to this compact A-class. And the car handles really well here on the test track. And another thing we have to say is that the interior in the car is really, really good.
This Peugeot 508 is a good candidate for the Car of the Year, and we saw Peugeot emphasizing the SUV market because that was the growing market, and now it's coming back to its roots, and its roots are the sedan-like cars like this one. This is their flagship. It has a very sporty design. It looks a little bit like a coupe, but when you go to the back, you can actually open the back like a hatch, so it's a practicality and a sporty design. So they want to come back in the sedan market with a very special car which looks sporty and it still has comfort and design.
A really cool sports car, a sophisticated electric vehicle, a family SUV, a typical company car, and 3 compacts battling each other. The track is closed now and the votes are open, so it's time for the jury to come to its verdict.
Well, there we have it. We have been introduced to the 7 cars, a range of different types of car there. It is time, very nearly, to find out who is going to win this prize here, isn't it, Frank?
It's a piece of art, isn't it?
Oh, there we go, a piece of art. Who is going to win this piece of art? Well, as Frank was saying earlier, Car of the Year is all about transparency, so we are going to take you through the votes, country by country. It will be exciting, so hang on to your hats, because let's get started with the votes.
Here are the votes for Car of the Year 2019, and we start with Austria, alphabetical order. And Austria votes strongly for the small sports car called Alpine A110. 20 points. Next country is Belgium. We have 2 members from Belgium. And again, Alpine A110, 35 points. Alpine is in the lead.
Comfortably in the lead.
Yes, at the moment it's comfortably in the lead. Czech Republic, 1 jury member. He's voting for the Peugeot 508 with 6 points. This is his maximum vote. But the Alpine is still in the lead, 38 points. Now Denmark, Søren Rasmussen. He's voting strongly for the Citroën C5 Aircross. 8 points, 0 points for the Alpine.
We're opening up the field, but the Alpine stays on top.
Yes. Well, it's a jury with petrol heads. Don't forget about that. They like sports cars. 7 points from Veli-Matti Honkanen from Finland to the Citroën C5 Aircross. 40 points now, but the others are closing up. France, this is the first big market with 6 jury members, and they're strongly voting for the Citroën C5 Aircross.
Should that be a surprise?
No. It's France. But still, the Alpine is in the lead, 68 points, followed by the Citroën C5 Aircross with 63 points in the second place. And they're all very close, 59 points for the Kia Ceed, 50 points for the Ford Focus, 53 points for the Peugeot. And now we come to Germany, again a market with 6 jury members, and they strongly vote again for the Alpine A110. 29 points for the Alpine, 25 points for the Jaguar I-Pace, 23 points for the Citroën C5 Aircross. So 23 points again for the Mercedes A-class as well.
So the Alpine retaking that lead quite comfortably again.
Again, but this is only a few points in the end. It's 97 points now for the Alpine. It is 86 points for the Citroën, 78 points for the Kia, 71 points for the Ford, 66 points for the Jaguar, 63 for the Peugeot, and 39 points for the Mercedes-Benz.
Well, let's see if it can carry on. We have seen a strong showing for the Alpine. Is it going to carry on as we go through the rest?
Let's see. So the next market is Greece. There's only 1 member. But again, 6 points for the Alpine A110. That's really making a pace, this car. It's a sports car, and it's the first time we have more than 100 points now. Let's go to the next. Let's go to Hungary. So they vote strongly for the Kia. 11 points for the Kia Ceed.
Well, let's see what that does to the table, because that's a
That
change.
is still in the lead. 93 points. 92 points for the Kia now. 84 points for the Ford Focus. Let's go to the next market. Ireland. Michael McAleer from the Irish Times, and he votes for the Jaguar I-Pace. The Alpine A110 is still in the lead by 15 points.
But we've got the Kia and the Citroën.
And the Kia and the Citroën on the second place.
Joint second.
Yes. Italy now, another market with 6 jury members, another strong market. And they vote strongly for the Jaguar I-Pace, which is a big surprise to me. 39 points. And now we have a change in the lead. The Jaguar I-Pace is in front by 2 points in front of the Alpine A110.
This
Then we
is
have,
really
yes.
getting exciting.
Yeah,
At the
this
point
is
where
exciting.
suddenly the Alpine
Wow.
is no longer in the lead.
180 points for the Kia, 114 for the Ford, 111 for the Citroën, 95 for the Peugeot, and 62 now for the Mercedes-Benz.
So it is now a race between the Jaguar I-Pace and the Alpine A110. Let's have a look what happens.
The Kia is very good in shape now. Let's go for the next one. Luxembourg is one member, and he goes strongly again for the Alpine. Eric Netgen from Auto Revue in Luxembourg. The Alpine is back in the lead again. 130 points for the Jaguar I-Pace as a second. 121 for the Kia. Netherlands now.
Can the Netherlands swing it?
Wow, 24 points and 16 for the Ford Focus.
How often do you get a race where it's this close?
I never had this before.
Now,
The Alpine is still in the lead with 158 points now. It's a big surprise. It's a small sports car, and it's not a mass production car like the others. Norway, one member. Jaguar I-Pace, 8 points, and 0 for the Alpine A110.
Is that enough to swing it back again?
Not yet.
Not quite.
No. 158 points for the Alpine. Poland now. And they vote strongly for the Citroën C5 Aircross.
Opening up the field again.
Alpine is in the lead. That's exciting. I can't remember that we had a situation like that. Portugal, 12 points for the Mercedes A-class. Alpine is still in the lead.
Still no change at the top.
Ford Focus, 156. Jaguar I-Pace, 153. Russia now. Wow.
Oof.
That's a big surprise as well. Alpine A110 with 13 points. And it's in front. 178 points now.
It looks now like it is the Alpine's race to finish, really, doesn't it?
It looks like, yes. Slovenia, one member.
Oh, but
Jaguar
can Slovenia change that with 7
Jaguar
for the
I-Pace.
Jaguar? And none for the Alpine.
Ooh, still not. Oh. The Alpine is in the lead with 172 points. And the Ford Focus is now in second with 169 points. The Jaguar is in third place with 165. The Kia is in fourth place with 162. The Citroën with 145. Then the Peugeot with 143. And then the Mercedes with 88 points.
We've got 3 or 4 cars who could still take this home.
It's pretty much open, I think. Now Spain. Woo! Now it's 41 points for the Kia Ceed. 41 points for the Kia Ceed, 31 for the Citroën, 26 for the Peugeot, and only 5 points for the Alpine and for the Jaguar as well.
So the favourites here are not the favourites.
No,
for
the favourites here are not the favourites. So fine, we have a swing.
Oh!
We have the Kia Ceed in front with 203 points, followed by the Ford Focus by only 2 points margin. And now the Alpine seems to be a little bit lost in space. We have the Sweden now, 3 members, and they vote strongly for the Citroën C5 Aircross. 17 points for the Jaguar, 15 for the Kia.
So it's now firmly in the Kia's court.
Kia is in the lead by 218 points. A Korean car, maybe the first time for a win. 206 for the Ford Focus. He's in beating distance. Wow, Switzerland. No, wow. 16 points again for the Alpine. The Alpine.
Is the Alpine back in the game?
That's crazy. No, the Kia is still in the lead. 228 points. Followed by the Ford Focus with 211. Turkey now. It's Ford Focus. So the Kia is still in the lead with 234 points.
Ford Focus right behind.
Yes. And the
what
Alpine.
Was the winners before now seem to be dropping down the pecking order.
Well, still everything is possible. We have look at the small margins. We have 234 points. We have 219, 204, and 2 times 200. So they are all very, very close. And England, which is United Kingdom, which is the next country, they have many points to spread still. So let's see. Let's see what it's going to be.
The deciding vote for the UK.
The UK.
Oh my goodness.
50 points for the Jaguar I-Pace and 46 points for the Alpine A110. What does it mean? Somebody has counted. So what does it mean
for the overall scores?
Whoa. So
we have
a tie vote.
A split vote. There we go, between the Alpine and the Jaguar. Now, Frank, has this ever happened before?
No, as far as I remember, not. It hadn't happened before.
And if we have a tie break between 2 cars, what does that mean? According to the rules of the Car of the Year, what happens next?
We have only one statue. We have only one winner.
So what's going to have to happen?
In case of a tie vote, we have to count the votes that the jury members gave for the favorite cars. And this time, it's only, of course, the votes the jury members gave as a favorite votes to the Alpine and to the Jaguar I-Pace. And
so
we have to...
That's the maximum number that each jury member would have given to a car. So we have to go through that again to try and find a winner, because as Frank says, there is only one winner.
There's only one winner.
All right. It's now a race between 2 cars.
We have the duel between the Alpine, which is a big surprise to me, and the Jaguar I-Pace, which is even a little bit unexpected to have an electric vehicle in competition with a small sports car, half the weight of it.
And remember, this is unprecedented in the history of the Car of the Year. So let's see, once those votes add up, let's see what is going to happen next.
We go through the votes again by the countries, but only for the jury members who voted for the Alpine or the Jaguar as their favorite vote, to be clear with that. Well, I can show you the statutes later. If anybody wants to look into the statutes for Car of the Year, we can dive into that.
Are they available on the website?
As well, yes, of course.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right, let's get started with these votes.
Let's get started with... I never experienced things like that. So, it's Alpine 2 against Jaguar 1 from Austria. Belgium, 1 for Alpine, so it's 3 against 1. France has 2 for the Alpine, 1 for the Jaguar. This is 5 against 2 in the end. Now, Germany, Alpine 2, Jaguar 2. 7 against 4. Greece, 1 for the Alpine. 8 against 4.
It's looking good for the Alpine, but we can't forget what just happened with the main vote.
Still comes swing of Hungary, 1 for the Jaguar now. 8 against 5. Ireland, 1 for the Jaguar, 8 against 6.
It's closing up.
It's closing up. Italy, 5 for the Jaguar. So now it's 8 against 11 in favor of the Jaguar. Luxembourg, Alpine swings back a little bit, 9 against 11. The Netherlands, Alpine 2. Now we have a tie again.
Now, what happens if there's a tie at the end? Is that possible?
Then we have to count the second round, the second votes. Norway, Jaguar, 1. So it's 11 against 12 now, excuse me. Russia, Alpine, 1. So it's a tie again, 12 against 12. Oh my God. Slovenia, Jaguar, 1. So it's 12 against 13 in favor of the Jaguar now. Sweden, Jaguar. So it's 12 against 14 now for the Jaguar. Now, Switzerland, Alpine 1, Jaguar 1. 13 to 15. And now, United Kingdom, Alpine 3, Jaguar 3. And what does it mean?
That leaves us with...
That leaves us with...
A very clear winner there.
A clear winner.
The Jaguar I-Pace is the winner of the car of the year
2019. That was exciting.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
No.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Well,
I
I guess
was always afraid of a tie because we only have one trophy. We cannot produce a second one.
so. Your worst
quickly.
nightmare has come true, but we
My
have
worst
still
nightmare.
found
But
a winner.
This is really exciting, and I think you have experienced that too. The
Absolutely.
Jaguar I-Pace is the car of the year 2019. Applause, please. And who do we have?
Now, I think the person we're going to want to speak to next is the CEO of Jaguar. Please, can we welcome to the stage Dr. Ralph Ceed. Is Dr. Ralph Ceed here?
Is he in the room?
Is Dr. Ceed in the room?
He's coming.
He's coming. Fantastic.
Okay. But I see we have Ian Callum here, the Director of Design, Jaguar brand.
Thank
Ian,
you.
come on stage.
Thank you very much, sir. Well done. Congratulations. How does it feel with such a strong, what an exciting win. Do we have a microphone, please, for Dr. Ceed? Not Dr. Ceed, for Ian. Do we have another microphone? I tell you what, why don't you share mine? Let's check if this podium mic works.
Okay,
How
well, I'm
does it feel?
sorry Dr. Spate can't make it. He's still in England. He will be here tomorrow. But, wow. Was that close or what, eh? So I have to say that on behalf of everybody at Jaguar, thank you very much indeed. This is not on now. We'll carry on with this. We'll improvise. On behalf of everybody at Jaguar, thank you very much indeed. This is a great honour, not only because it's an electric car. Why should people be surprised electric cars win these awards? This is the future. We better all accept that. That's the way it's going to go. The other great thing, of course, is it's the first Jaguar to win this in the number of years that the award's been going. And you mentioned 1964. Unfortunately, I remember 1964 quite well, unlike most of you probably. And for the team, it's been a wonderful car to design because it's a whole new platform, it's a unique platform. It's given us freedom to do of things that we've never done before. And for me personally, my 40 years in the business has certainly been the most exciting car that I've ever worked on. So thank you again very much indeed on behalf of everybody at Jaguar and Land Rover. Thank you.
And now the most important moment. Frank, would you like to do the honours?
It's my great pleasure. Ian, congratulations. To hand over this beautiful and heavy trophy to Ian Callum, Director of Design, Jaguar Cars. Congratulations.
Now, I know there will be photos. Ian will come forward to have some photos. And whilst we do that, we'd like to say an enormous thank you to all of you for being here for the Car of the Year 2019 and to the sponsors, the Geneva Motor Show, UTAC, Ceram, and of course, Euro News. Thank you very much. Please, ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for the winner of the Car of the Year.
Of course.